I'm Thomas, and this is Aqualogic's digital temperature controller. Is it pretty? Not really. Is it fancy? Nope. Does it have an industrial appearance and quality that makes it deceivingly basic while being one of, if not the absolute best and most reliable heater and chiller controllers for home aquariums that money can buy? I'm thinking just maybe. Swinging aquarium temperatures caused by faulty heaters has got to be the #1 killer of reef tanks. Whether they get stuck on and the temperature skyrockets, or they fail to turn on during cold winter months, a heater that isn't doing its job is a huge problem for our tanks. Having redundancies in place is a critical step for sure. But having the most reliable equipment possible right at the beginning is a huge step in the right direction when it comes to protecting our tanks. Aqualogic is entrenched in commercial and industrial aquatics, from restaurant lobster tanks to public aquariums and even aquatics research. They produce some seriously heavy-duty gear that's built to get the job done right and last the test of time. And while the majority of their products are well beyond our needs as home aquarists, their heavy-duty temperature controllers are exactly what reefers like myself are after to keep our tanks safe. You won't get any fancy packaging or lavish unboxing experiences here. You're also not going to get any frilly features, just a solid digital temperature controller with a weatherproof housing, titanium sensor, built-in memory, and simple onboard controls that way larger and more expensive systems with a lot more to lose have been relying on for years and years. There are actually 2 models of this temperature controller that you can choose from: a single stage unit meant for a single heater or chiller, as well as a dual stage unit like the one that I've got here, meant for both heating and cooling using a single controller. They can both support up to 1000 watts or 9.8 amps, meaning you can easily use a 600 or even 800 watt titanium heating element, which should cover the vast majority of heating needs for the average reefer. For cooling, that works out to roughly a 1/2 horsepower chiller, but it's always best to play it safe and double check the amperage of the chiller that you want to run rather than just relying on the horsepower. They offer a wide set temperature range of 30 to 220 degrees Fahrenheit with a differential of as little as 1 degree up to 30 degrees Fahrenheit. You can choose between Celsius and Fahrenheit if you prefer one over the other, plus it allows you to lock the keypad so curious or fumbly fingers don't accidentally change the settings. Like I was saying earlier, these controllers are made in the USA and they are built to last. From its NEMA 4X waterproof enclosure for indoor-outdoor use, to the titanium enclosed temperature probe, all of the components inside and out are industrial quality. The controllers also use non-volatile memory to save and protect the settings you've entered in the event that there's a power outage, and also offer that keypad lockout I was talking about earlier to prevent accidental changes from button bumps. Again, you're not getting like fancy frilly features, you're getting exactly what you need in a robust piece of equipment to get your temperature where it's supposed to be and keep it there long term. Programming this temperature controller is also very straightforward. When you first enter the menu, you'll be able to choose between reading the temperature in Celsius or Fahrenheit. Next, you'll be able to change the set temperature, which is the temperature you'd like to keep your aquarium at. Next, you'll set the temperature differential, which is how far the controller will allow the temperature to drift before activating the heater or chiller. So for most of us out there, we're gonna leave that differential at 1 degree so that if we have a set temp of 77 degrees, the controller will activate the heater the moment the temperature drops into the 76 degree range. So that way our tanks are always within roughly 1 degree of that set temperature. Lastly, you'll select between heating or cooling, which tells the controller what you've plugged into it and how to respond to changes in temperature. In other words, whether to turn on when the temp falls or to turn on when the temp rises. If you do want to add another layer of redundancy, because why not, it's our reef tanks, we got to keep those corals and fish safe, you can always use a simple heater with a bimetal thermostat like an Eheim Jaeger, set it to the temperature you want the tank at, and then set the Aqualogic a degree or 2 higher so that it acts as the backup to that heater's built-in thermostat. When bimetal heaters fail, it's overwhelmingly common that they fail on, not off. So from that point forward, your Aqualogic can make sure that your temp isn't skyrocketing and you still have a working heating element. Then you can go ahead and replace the heater because you've noticed your tank has gone up a degree or 2. Now, I'm personally pretty confident in the quality and reliability of these controllers. I've used them in the past. I've never heard of one failing. I mean, Ryan just changed over the heating system on the 360 to this, even though it feels rudimentary compared to some of the fancier heating options that are out there. So I'm literally just gonna throw a titanium heating element on this one, not worried about setting up a backup for it, but I will be using my aquarium controller to send me notifications in case the temperature does drift at all, just so I know right away. That's my redundancy here. I'm super confident in these. They work really, really well. And for those who just want basic functionality that they can count on to keep their tank temperature stable for their fish and corals, Aqualogic is money well spent. You can check them out for yourself by clicking right here.